you can see the other tree that we would have to cut into to get to that patch of grass. And yeah, he's stuck until like, oh no, he freezes. They move around before we battle, and then they're stuck afterwards. My bike's acting up, man. Well, that sucks. And we're up against Biker Ricardo. He's got a Coughing out front. So, as you might imagine, I have Pierre out front. Coughing does levitate, so no ground moves on him. Go Confusion. That actually makes Coughing probably better. Well, actually, not probably. It does make Coughing better this generation than it does in Generation 1. Generation 1, I would not recommend getting the Coughing. Generation 3, I'd consider it. It's not terrible. You know, especially considering that one of its weaknesses is now nullified because it is in the air. That's not bad. Of course, its weakness is still, you know, Psychic, and a lot of the really tough parts of this game are because of Psychic, so they're not useful in that part, but hey, you know, more useful than it used to be. And now he's going to use a Grimer. I'll stick with Pierre. Pierre's on a hot streak here. Probably be better if I switched to Fuzimi, but Pierre's holding its own. Her own. Yeah, still can't finish off the Grimer. But I did get the Confusion off. You can see how often that happens. I think it's supposed to be 30%, but this is like only the first time, and like since the Rock Tunnel when I got it, that's for sure. Alright. Down goes the Grimer. Down goes yet another Biker. Does this mean I can tip it his bike? Will he be okay with that? No, he will not be okay with that. And down goes Biker Ricardo. Oh man, I'm not into this. We get 460 Pokebucks. I got grass caught up in my spokes, man. Really? Because you've been driving on the dirt. Almost done with this route. Let's head up where we can find, looks like 2 more trainers, and that will do it. You look good at Pokemon, but how was your chemistry grade? Like, pretty much every grade that I got growing up in A. Both times I took chemistry. And yet I still learned more about chemistry in culinary school than I ever did in culinary class. He's got a Voltorb out front. I've got Fuzimi out front. And of course, I learned more from Alton Brown on Good Eats than I learned in culinary school. So if you want to learn about chemistry, watch Good Eats. It's actually a really good show. I'm sad they canceled that. Magnitude 9, more than enough to finish off Voltorb. Well, not really canceled Good Eats. He just kind of decided, I'm going to do other things now. I think he was on for like 10 years, something like that. Great show while it lasted, though. If you want to learn how to cook, that's where you learn. He's got a Coughing, so of course I'm going to need to switch here. Pierre's going to come in and hopefully one-shot it. We will see, though. We will see. One of the things that I've always disliked about this game is that it really forces you to cycle through dialogue that you don't really need to go through, right? He says, I'm going to send out a Coughing. And I go, okay, I switch to this. But then it's like, there's this commentary every time. I sent out Pierre. He sent out Coughing. I'm like, we already established what was going to happen. Just let it happen. Don't tell me that it happened. Level 26, as you can see, is still not the best level up for Pierre. He's going to switch back to a Voltorb, so I'm going to switch back to Fuzimi. It just makes sense. Throw out the Pokemon that's going to one-shot it. That's always the best strategy, especially the one that's almost impervious to things that Voltorb's going to throw. Although at level 20, Voltorb shouldn't have any electric moves anyway. Like I said, I had to teach it an electric move so that it could one-shot Zubats in the Rock Tunnel when I occasionally found one. But down goes the Voltorb, as you might imagine. Voltorb, not too powerful. Fuzimi is high enough level to outspeed it, just for the record. If they were the same level, the Voltorb would outspeed Fuzimi, if memory serves me correctly. God, your defense is terrible. 18 at level 27? That is ridiculous. We're fine. Because for some reason, Magnemite does not levitate. I looked it up. It does learn a move in later generations, not in Generation 3. Later generation, it learns a move, I believe it was called Magnet Pull, that will give it Levitate. Why not just give it Levitate? So weird. So weird. Magnitude 8. and down goes the Magnemite. You know it goes down. It has like no HP. Down it goes. And we get a chunk of experience, not as much as I would like. And we have defeated Super Nerd Aiden. Ow, meltdown. And we get not nearly that much money. Why is everybody broke around here? Just for the record, not only was Fuzimi trying to evolve, Pieri was trying to evolve as well. So we could have stopped at that, and we'll have to do that from now on. Pieri, as a Drowsy, evolves into a Hypno. I'm not sure we have seen a Hypno before. We will definitely see it at some point in the future, though. It's basically a shortened nose, taller, skinnier, and it's got a little mane for some reason, and it holds like what looks like a fob watch that obviously it uses to try to hypnotize people. You got anything to say for yourself? I'm better at school than this. Then go back to school. Abandon Pokemon forever. Once again, most of school should be about Pokemon. Are you not going to look at me, dude? I'm right here. I'm right here. Screw it, I'll talk to you then. Alright, let's play a game. And once again, we are pretending that this guy is not a gambler, even though he clearly rolls dice. Gamer Stan would like to play. How's World of Warcraft these days? He's got Poliwag up front. Poliwag, I think we have seen before. If not, I might as well go over it again. But Poliwag, I think I phrased that sentence completely wrong. Poliwag is a decent water type. It's pure water as it is right now. It's going to use Water Gun to prove that it's okay, I guess. That was a critical, and it did 6 damage. Poliwag, it's a decent Pokemon. Like I said, right now it's pure water. When it's fully evolved, though, it becomes water fighting, which, as I'm sure you've learned to figure out by now, is half special, half physical. Therefore, it's kind of an average, rounded Pokemon that doesn't really excel at any one thing. So as a result, I don't particularly like using it. It's not particularly good at fighting moves. It's not particularly good at water moves. So I don't particularly like it. It's not even tanky, which is what I would recommend if you're going to go for a well-rounded one like that. So I don't really recommend Poliwag or its evolutions. He's going to send out Poliwhirl, which is its second of 3 evolutions. I will be fine, though. I will be fine. And here comes Poliwhirl with a larger hypnosis thing. It does actually have hypnosis. As you can see, it's slowly evolving into a frog. It was a tadpole before, now it's kind of toad, like frog-ish. And once again, more Water Gun. Why are you doing that? I think that did 2 damage. That was awful. Go away. Poliwhirl, just not that good. Not that good. Like I said, not too defensive. Not that offensive either. Not a fan. Drat came up short, and we get a ton of money because this guy's a gambler. Things didn't work today. No, they didn't. And as you can see, we do have access to this area over here where, of course, the guy stops us. He's thirsty. The road's closed, so that's the 3rd way into town. I believe they're trying to say Saffron, right? Yeah, Saffron. Because this underground path will lead us across the other side, once again on the other side of Saffron, to Celadon. And that's where we want to go eventually, but for the time being, I want to try to get one of the Pokemon in there. So I'm going to go get Nibbler. I'll probably put Templayer out front to try to put it to sleep, and we'll go over what is available in here. And as you can see, there's a couple berries in there as well. With Nibbler in tow, we are free to cut down this tree and head into the patch of grass in Route 8, where we can find, of course, new Pokemon. There are actually new Pokemon this time, too. If you're playing Leaf Green, there is a small chance that you can encounter a Vulpix here. If you're playing Fire Red, it would be a Growlithe. In terms of the common Pokemon that you can catch here, there are always going to be Pidgeys and Meowths if you're playing these versions. And then if you're playing Fire Red, common Ekans. And if you're playing Leaf Green, a common Sandshrew. Picked up, I believe, 3 new berries here, so let's take a look at them. I don't know what the berries do all the time. Alright, so we got a Lumberry. When held by a Pokemon, it will be used in battle to heal any status, not any problem. any status. Then we got a Lepa Berry. When held by a Pokemon, it will be used in battle to restore 10 PP. I don't exactly know what triggers that, to be honest with you. Use it outside of battle. Don't use it in battle. Then we have a Rost Berry. When held by a Pokemon, it will be used in battle to heal a burn. Like, once again, you can use them. You don't need to give them. Don't give them, especially this one. The fire types are new here. First chance to catch fire type Pokemon, but fire types aren't particularly that useful in the first generation of games, particularly because, hey, a Meowth! I will take a Meowth. Particularly because the types that fire is strong against are either not common or usually have a secondary type that is already covered by your party. Fire types, I mention this now because this is your first chance to catch a fire type. Really? I flinched. Come on now. We're trying to catch the Meowth here. I want this Meowth. It's new. I haven't got one before. The types that fire is strong against are bug, ice, and grass. Those are it. Most grass types in this game have a secondary type. There are very few pure grass types, and most of those secondary types are poison. And as you can see, Psychic and Ground both take care of that. Bug, you don't really need to worry about. The second half of the game has very few bug Pokemon for you to take on. And so I wouldn't necessarily recommend trying to figure out how to take on bug. And then ice is one of the rarest types in the game. There are a couple types that are exclusive to a couple lines, particularly Ghost and Dragon. There's only one line of Pokemon that is Ghost and one that is Dragon. Ice, on the other hand, I think there's only like 5 Pokemon total that have it. Most of them are the fully evolved forms. I think there's 6 actually. And only 2 Pokemon are ice and not water, which of course, I'm not going to risk it, which of course is the counter to fire. So as a result, fire is not that great this generation. So I would not recommend having a fire type in your party. And really the 2 Pokemon that are ice but not water, only one of them you need to worry about, and it's flying. And we have caught the Meowth while I was talking smack on fire types. But we got it. We will add its data to the Pokédex. It is an urban Pokemon. It is about a foot tall, 9 1/3 pounds. For those of you that use the very superior, I'll admit it, metric system. Let me try to do some math in my head. 16 times 2.5. I'm going to say it's about 40 centimeters tall, maybe a little bit higher than that, 41, 42 centimeters tall. And in terms of weight, it is 4 kilograms. I'm just going to round down. 4 kilograms. So it's a cat. Adores round objects. It wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for dropped loose change. And give a nickname to the captured Meowth? You bet I will. So, when you use Meowth's Payday, you can pick up coins on the ground after the battle. Very strange. But of course I'm going to nickname the Meowth. As suggested by a 10 player, this is going to be Nidian. And Nidian may never see anything out of the box ever again, but you never know. You never know when I might just start losing all of my Pokemon and have to train everything from scratch. I could get wiped. Who knows? If you are playing the original versions of the game, Red, Blue, and Yellow, the Pokemon availability here will be different, and of course there will be no items, no hidden items, no berries, nothing. But the Pokemon that are here, if you are playing Red, will be a very common Pidgey, a common Ekans, a very common Mankey, and a common Growlithe. If you're playing Blue, then it will be a very common Pidgey, a common Sandshrew, very common Meowth, and that's it. I feel like it's missing. Oh no, and a common Sandshrew and a common Vulpix as well. Almost missed those. And then in Yellow, of course, everything is really strange. You'll get a very common Pidgey, a rare Pidgeotto, a very common Rattata, a common Jigglypuff for some reason, a common Abra for some reason, and a rare Kadabra. You can actually catch a Kadabra here if you're playing yellow, but of course we're not, and I'm not sure I want to use a Kadabra if I caught it anyway. But with that done, that is actually going to do it for these parts of Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. I'm gonna head back to Lavender Town with its sad, depressing music, and we will leave from there next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. I've been Baller Scuba. I've been joined as always by Dumpus and his lucky to be alive Pokemon squad of Templator, Fuzimi, Pieri, Sanders, Rumpus, and Nibbler. And of course, our newest addition, Nidian, who's waiting in the box. Hope you guys have enjoyed these parts. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.